Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for joining me. I'm sorry about the delay. We've had so much going on in Birmingham and Wolverhampton that I've had to include this in one episode. London has had several shootings and there was a murder in Liverpool too. A man was executed with a crossbow. So I'm going to do separate videos on that later today. But we'll start off with last bank holiday. A 19-year-old was stabbed in the subway of New John Street in the Hockley underpass. He was in a critical condition. There has been no current update on that so far, but it was cornered off on the day, and that was one of the first. And in the Dale End, which is like the centre of Birmingham, a woman was stabbed outside the KFC. A 20-year-old woman was stabbed in the head outside KFC. And that is just a couple of the things that have happened in Birmingham last week. Come to this week, and yesterday at 5 p.m, 3 people were shot down outside shops in the Ladywood area of Birmingham on St Vincent Street. One man was shot dead, a 23-year-old male, and 2 others, a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old, were injured. They were taken to hospital with no life-threatening injuries. Police have said they've stepped up patrols for community reassurance in the area. Yeah, Ladywood was one of the most deprived areas in Birmingham at one point. I think it came lowest in the country at some point. Social deprivation and gang culture in Ladywood has always been very high. It's also a crossover area, so it's in between areas like Newtown, Lascelles. It's not far from Handsworth. So a lot of beefs that occur between other areas. Some of it happens in Ladywood, so there's sometimes just shootings in there unrelated to people in the area sometimes. But I've heard rumours of who it is who's passed away, but it's too early to say, so I'll definitely feature it later on if I get confirmation of that. And I really appreciate and I respect everyone's passion, how much passion people are showing for the stories that they want covering. So this one in Wolverhampton, the 15-year-old boy was shot in the head and a 21-year-old has been arrested. This comes not even a week after a 6-year-old boy was shot when a shotgun was aimed at a house in Wolverhampton too. This has been a spate of shootings in a small period of time. So I'm hearing rumours of stuff to do with beefs that are going on in the area and things that are escalating and getting out of hand. But the police are just, I don't think they're really doing as much as they can be in Wolverhampton, to be honest. And the sad thing is that when kids start thinking 15, 16-year-old children start getting away with murders, then they start getting brave. And this is what's occurring now, is that a lot of young men and teenagers are just off the scale. And with the papers being more prioritised with taking rap lyrics from songs and making them front page headlines as opposed to talking more about and highlighting what's going on in our cities, then how the hell is anything going to bring any attention to it? I'm looking soon to get some people, locals. I'm looking for local people to come on and talk about what's been going on and stuff and the way it affects people as well. Because at the end of the day, it seems to be like one little news snippet every now and again where they have a knife crime or a gun crime gang thing on the news, and that's it for another couple of months. If the police and the government don't want to talk or help us, we have to help ourselves. Do you know what I mean? We can build stuff to help the youngsters to get away from this sort of culture. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking on doing interviews with people that have been in gang life for long periods of time, people that are in prison right now doing long sentences, and I want some people to come and tell their stories too. So I'm just arranging some of that stuff right now to get some messages put out for the kids to show them the realities, because we need to own up to that and we need to do better. Do you know what I mean? We need to start making more better music as well. If you don't like a certain genre of music, then make your own different music. If you don't like what some people are doing in your local area, go out and do something different. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to just doing what everyone else is doing. So I'm gonna definitely do an update on this. Do you know what? I'm going to try and do it later. So I really appreciate everyone's support, everyone's comments.